team, you're watching Hide and Sneakz, and Nike has released an absolute grail from the vaults. Resellers are going to hate it, sneakerheads are going to love it. It's the return of the Nike Foamposite in the Galaxy colorway. With the Galaxy Foams coming back, it's an exciting time to be a sneakerhead because it really shows any of those grails that we've been chasing might come back, and that's the hope and hype I think we all need. The Galaxy Foams are such a huge part of sneakerhead history and lore. It's a huge part of the hypebeast era, a huge part of what we saw in the sort of start of the sneaker resale markets, and I think one of the best parts of Nike basketball being so popular in the early 2010s. Now, the Foamposite itself has sort of fallen out of popularity, and we're starting to see a bit of a return and come back, so I think the Galaxy is going to be a huge part in playing an interest in why people start to wear and love Foamposites again. But I will say, it's a bit of a hard one to see in 2025. In the early 2010s, we had things like the Grinches, we had things like the South Beaches, you think about some of the KD colorways. That loud, vibrant sort of hype energy worked really well off court and on court. And I don't really think we're in a place in sneaker culture right now where it's going to be an easy thing to adopt into our outfits, but damn am I really keen to see that return because I really love that era of shoes. So without further ado, let's jump into my first part of the ratings and see, is this a miss, is it a maybe, or is it a must? Miss obviously being a pair that you can leave, maybe depending on your collection it's something you might find interesting and want to pick up, but it can vary. And must, no need to explain, you've got to get this pair. Now normally I start at the miss, but I will start at the musts today because I don't think, and it might be a hot take, that this is a must pair. Now don't get me wrong, and it might sound hypocritical, I will be chasing this pair. I am really excited for this pair. When I talk about it holistically for you as a viewer, about adding to your collection, I don't think it's an absolute must pick up. And that's because I think times have changed a little bit. Look, maybe it's a must and you better resell it and use it as trade bait, sure. But I don't want to be encouraging that part of sneaker culture. I want to be encouraging things you're going to wear and build your collection from. And for the most part, unless you're an absolute foam obsessed person, and I've got a friend like that, John, I hope we get this pair. But I will say, I don't think that for everyone you'll be able to wear or rock this. So is it a maybe? I think if it's retail price, you should absolutely go for the shoe if you do collect foams and you do like that sort of performance sneaker style off court. If it's crazy resale, it's hard to say because I don't think it'll get quite to the same price as we saw before, but I do think even with normal foams, we do sort of see a 2 to 3 times multiplier. So I can't really say that this is your best choice when we have so many incredible drops happening this year. So for me, I'll probably put this as a maybe, but for the vast audience, I want to almost say it's a miss just because it's going to be so hard to wear, so hard to pick up even. If you can get it for retail, I'm going to make a firm stance. Sorry guys, it's going to be a maybe. See, just my head goes back and forth because it's such a cool pair. But I'm not sure there's just nostalgia attached or if it's a grail that I've always wanted. Up next, let's talk about the vibe check. Now, unsurprisingly, this is a pretty standout and unique sneaker, so there's not going to be a lot for us to talk about. But what I will say is, it's a retro, so we've got to look at it in comparison to the 2012 release. If we look a little bit further, there's been another sort of space-inspired Foamposite, the Big Bangs. This kind of captures that similarity in looks and style there, so if you missed out on the Big Bangs, I can see this being a vibe check version for this. And don't hate me for this, I'm just making sure we stretch the vibe check out because I want to make sure we've got that kind of comparison, it's robust. But LaMelo Ball, his lineup with Puma had done a few Galaxy inspired colorways. This is 1,000,000 times better than that. But if you missed out on that and you want to make sure you capture a kind of space inspired pair, this is your way to do that. This is the definitive space inspired pair that you need to have. Right, up next it's my time to ask Brooklyn, my fiance, and understand the female non-sneakerhead's perspective. This is going to be a bit of an acquired taste for her, and I know it's going to be really hard to sell because I can't say anything about the background and history of lore, which is why I'm so internally battling so much on this shoe. Like, I want to give it a current rating and talk about it in 2025, but it's just so hard because of all the history and lore. And Brooklyn's not going to have that. So let's see if this pair is a near miss or near misses and how many purple hearts Brooklyn gives it.
I don't really know what to say about it though. I don't like them, and I have nothing to say about that. I don't like Galaxy style shoes or any material like that, to be honest, and so it's going to be harsh. What Jordan are they? What number?
So this is a Foamposite. Would this surprise you that this is one of the most hyped pairs of this year?
Why? The Galaxy, I think Galaxy is kind of cheap and nasty.
So
what would it be from a Purple Hearts rating?
I don't even know if it would make the Purple Heart rating. We're just kind of harsh. So if we want to actually get them on the board, I might even go 0.5 Purple Hearts.
And is it a near miss?
Don't even say the other one.
Thank you again, Brooklyn, for giving your ratings. It always helps, and we love seeing you appear on this channel. Well, that brings us to the end of the episode. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of the Foamposite Galaxies. Does it live up to the hype? Are we in a different era and the nostalgia is removed? Will you be chasing it? Will you be keeping it? Will you be trading it? I want to know everything about what you're going to do and how you're going to be going about getting this pair in the comment section down below. If there's any other releases that are coming out in March you'd like me to talk about, drop in the comment section below and I'll see if I can get a review going before we kind of get to the end of the month. Otherwise, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.